Well, folks, here's yet another example of these things and just how stupid these silly protometer things are and what they do and don't do. This is a bone dry house. It's quite old, probably 17th century, part timber frame replaced, as you can see, with brick. There's one of the original crux and what's left of it in the wall, and if you look up there's a bulge in the roof so you can see where the line of the crook goes up, but the rest of it's been taken out and replaced with brick. Now then, this is lime wash. It's on a stone plinth. That's the original stone plinth, and that would have had the timber sill beam on it. We've still got that on the other side of the house, but this lot's been taken out. And I'm just going to show you the sort of stupid things that these damp meters do. You see it's turned on, and at the moment the silly little light is in the green, so it's saying that actually, according to this, there's not a lot of damp in there. But if we go to some of the brickwork higher up, you'll see it's off the scale, and you can see here perfectly dry brick, and that's telling us it's what, 40% or something silly, 40-50%. And this is absolutely bone dry brickwork. You've got a brick there that's going, whatever it is, I don't know, 60-70%. It's stupid. It's all over the place. That brick is up against bone dry timber. There's nothing wrong with any of that, and absolutely dry. And I think you can see here from looking at it, it's the timber here, the window frame, is absolutely bone dry. Bone dry lime there, look, it's powder, and yet we stick this stupid thing into the brickwork and it's actually off the scale. It's up, you know, right up the top, hitting the scale. So there you go, completely off the scale. So according to this, the brickwork is wet. And so it goes on. I mean, wherever I stick it in this wall, it's up in the sort of 40% range. And if we come along a bit further, we also a little bit of timber. That's where the sill beam was. Another little bit of timber here. Again, you can probably see the timber itself isn't even registering. Now, bearing in mind, these things register what's known as wood moisture equivalent. So what they say is that the reading that you're getting, this WME that's written on the thing, wood moisture equivalent, is the moisture content that the piece of brick would achieve if it was laid against timber, or that timber would achieve, sorry, if it was laid against that brick. And they reckon that timber is an accurate measure of wetness. So as you can see, there's nothing in that timber, it's not even moving. Yet when we go into the brickwork alongside it, oh dear, you know, we've got rampant rising damp here apparently. That is just completely off the scale. There you go. You can see it moving, 90%. Totally, utterly off the scale. Now this is bone dry lime wash here, nothing wrong with it. And if we go down, I don't know whether you'll, yeah, it was a bit there, the stone and the mortar are just showing a bit more, and then we get up into the brick, and you can see there 40, 50, 60 sopping wet according to the thingy. Okay, what is the reason? Well, I happen to know that there is a lot of salt in here. This used to be this little corner bit, and you can see if you look up there, this was actually a little scullery, and it was next to the chimney and the ingle bread oven, and this room in here actually was the little scullery, and I think it would have had salted meat in it, and that salt has actually come through the wall. And that's what we're recording here. It's just the conductivity of the salt. You can see there the stupid things off the scale. So it just gives you an idea of the absolute stupidity. See, there you go. completely, utterly off the scale. This is absolutely bone dry lime wash. I mean, the weather out here at the moment, this is probably 28, 30 degrees. Everything here is just dry. There we go, dry, as you can see, completely bone dry stone, dry lime mortar in the joints, and I shove it in and the thing's in the red. So, you know, this thing is actually telling us, oops, there we go, 30, whatever, there you go, 30, 40, and that's in a piece of absolutely bone dry stone. So effectively, these are a lie. They need to be banned. They need to be thrown out of the building industry. This is the front elevation. I'll see if I can show you a little bit more. This is all timber frame, lime wash, absolutely bone dry. You won't get a skerrick of moisture out of any of this. I don't know what happens when we put this in here. We probably, no, we're not. Oh, let's switch this off. Yeah, there we go. There you go. That's lime wash. Absolutely, again, bone dry timber, and nothing. You see, in the timber itself, the thing is showing nothing. Yeah, you shove it just into the little bit of lime washed stuff underneath it, the lime mortar, and again, it's in the red. And this is how stupid these things are. Completely ridiculous. They are a meaningless piece of equipment, and the world needs to see the end of them. Here we've got, I would assume, yeah, absolutely bone dry timber, but you know what? According to this, it's actually wet. It's pathetic. That's showing 20% or something stupid. And you can see just how dry this is. I mean, this is absolutely bone dry. And the timber's actually hanging in mid-air. It's not possible for it to be wet. If you look back here, you'll see that there's actually a gap under that timber. And there's air circulating underneath it. You know, there you go. You can shove the thing in the hole. Yeah, it's telling us that it's got 25% moisture. Completely stupid. So, you know, a meaningless piece of rubbish is a worthless tool. It doesn't do anything, it achieves nothing. All it does is create an enormous amount of problems for a lot of people in this industry. And yeah, that's all they're good for. Playing football, it's junk. Absolute junk. They should be banned. So we'll do a proper survey on this place. I don't think there's any moisture or any dampness in this house. I think it's brilliant. Lovely place. Absolutely bone dry. Lovely old windows. Everything's original. It's really super. So there you go. Just a bit of a lesson about these stupid things. And just showing you that it's reacting in damn near everything that's being pushed into. And it's just because of the natural conductivity of the various building materials that it's being pushed into. There's absolutely nothing to do with damp. It's just the conductivity of the lime, of the mortar, of the brickwork, all of this brickwork. Very, very old. It's very loosely fired brick, wasn't fired at a big temperature. And of course, when you fire the brick, you do actually get salts within the clay. And as you fire it, it produces salts, and they stay in the brickwork. And these stupid things are picking up the salts in the brickwork that have been there for 400 years. So there you go. That's it, really. A little moan about so-called damp meters, or we call them resistance meters, because that's what they are. They're measuring electrical conductivity and resistance. They're nothing to do with damp. So there you go.